So I have a thought for today. If every day that in life that we are to deeply connect with each other and the spirit of nature and nature, if that is our one and only job, is to every day connect and interconnect and get to know our interconnectedness with each other and nature, then why is it that somehow, somewhere, that offering for us in the last months has been two words called social distancing? Because truly what we were asked to do is physical distancing. And what we've become, due to what is being energetically performed out of our mouths over and over again, over and over, don't forget to social distance, don't forget to social distance, is we are beginning to social distance. And I know you know and have felt it yourselves recently in the last months, that it seems that if that I'm right, you must be wrong. Or if you're right, I must be wrong. There's a lot of right and wrong happening in the world right now. Is that true? Yeah. And I'm really curious what would happen if we both were right. If we both knew that whatever that I'm experiencing and that what I'm doing to stay connected, interconnected to spirit of nature, spirit of you, spirit of me, that I can do this by you being right and me being right. That I don't have to do that by you being wrong and me being right. I've been noticing people who have been writing such things like, if you don't believe what I believe, then no longer can we be friends. So therefore, that word of social distancing is working really well, isn't it? The word that we're repeating in our mind, hearing in our mind energetically is working very well because it's separating us instead of bringing us back together. And so I guess this morning I'm here just to help us to remember what we're saying and what we're ingesting and who we think is right and who we think is wrong, because I am a huge believer, and you don't have to believe me because that means you're right and I'm right, and I like that. But part of what I really do believe in my heart, because I'm thinking, I guess I think more on a cosmic level than often other people do, but that's, again, I can be right and you can be right. And I'm not saying you don't think on a cosmic level too. But I believe there is a bad guy always in the world that allows us, bad guys, that allows us to wake up. And that our waking up is very big right now and very important right now. Very important for us to understand that we are asked to physically distance, not socially distance. And then that sense of us becoming closer and more interconnected is more important now than it's ever been before. So I'm going to chant a little chant for you this morning. And some of you might know it. It is a little bit of a tongue twister. I know some of my teachers are here this morning with me, and I know you know it. Some of you have been through my teacher training, so I know you know it. It's the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra. And yeah, some of you do know it. And this is such a powerful mantra because it asks us to stay in that place of Shiva, that place of interconnectedness, that place of supreme consciousness. Like I said, I think on a cosmic level, that's where my head goes as to what's happening in the world right now. And I find it to be a place of great awakening, right? Great opening. And I just want to keep my mind clear that when I'm asked by the world to stay physically separate from you, that's something I can do. That's what we're doing beautifully, but we are socially staying very connected. So close your eyes if you haven't yet. Somehow we're being asked to have this illusion that we're separate from nature, separate from each other. Someone is suggesting that, some ones are suggesting that, but we are stronger than that. We are smarter than that. And as we grow together to understand that this has great purpose, and that we socially and interconnectively are coming back together to do what is absolutely essential, which is to break through the veils of separateness, that we will succeed. So if you know the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, chant it with me 3 times. If you do not know it, just let your eyes close. Let your ears be great big elephant ears to listen. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarakamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshyamamrita Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarakamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshyamamrita Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarakamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshyamamrita Swaha. May we remember the purpose of our souls coming together in nature and with each other. May we never forget this absolute consciousness is a consciousness of all. Everything is breathing. Everything is in deserving a voice to be heard, to be understood. And just think to yourself, the next time that you are so clear that somebody's wrong and you're right, just for a moment, what if we're both right? Let your eyes float open. Come onto your hands and knees. And go ahead and press back into child's pose. Eileen gave me some amazing smudge. So I'm going to smudge you in child's pose. I'm using the smudge that has sage, which helps to clear negative energy, and rose to open the heart, obviously. And also I have the Palo Santo, which helps to remove that negative energy. So while you're in child, if you have your own sage at home, feel free to use it. We realize as yogis that whatever words we continue to promote in our minds become our reality. So it seems to me that we've been saying that word social distancing for so long that we're now becoming that. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Everyday life is how deeply we connect to the spirit of the earth, to the spirit of each other. It's our interconnectedness that matters. Nice job, you guys. And then come on up into downward facing dog when you're ready. I still have my smudge. Oh, I forgot. There also, where is it? There it is. You got a feather with it. Good. Go ahead and walk your feet up to your hands, standing forward bend. What stories are opening us up and what stories are shutting us down? What story do you want to be ours? Bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up chair. And then from chair, remember you're hugging your shins in. Come up to your tippy toes. I know it's really early. Come up to your tippy toes. Sink lower into your seat. Reach higher into your fingertips. Draw your throat back and then rise all the way up to stand. Rise all the way up. Stay up on your tippy toes and then bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes with your tippy toes. Get close to the self. And then lower your heels. Keep your hands at your heart center. The world keeps going. Look here, look here, look here, look here. And as yogis, we go, no, no, with our hands at our heart. Look here. Look into your heart. Look into what is true and what is real for you. Beautiful, you guys. Drop your hands down. Inhale your arms to the sky. Big breath in takes your arms up. And then bow forward as you exhale. Good. Step your left leg back behind you. Good. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2. Open up, you guys. Big open space. Turn your palms to face whatever wall you're facing. Turn your palms open. Just open. Good. Like big wings, big open wings. And then draw from your fingertips to your heart. Pull in, squeeze in, draw your navel in, lift your chest, and then start to lean back like you're gonna take a back bend. Start to lean back like you're gonna take a back bend. Yep, but keep your knee bending. Gorgeous. Keep your knee bending. Keep your navel in. Good, you guys. And then come on up. Good, straighten that front leg and come into triangle pose. Trikonasana, right hand to right ankle. Beautiful, come back up to Vira 2. Now turn the palms up to the sky, reach up, up, up. Reach the arms up to the sky, hold on to your right wrist and pull your right wrist back as you pull your right knee forward. Good, straighten your front leg. Inhale deeply, exhale into triangle pose again. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, come on up, Vira 2. Take your arms overhead. Interlace your palms, press up to the sky. Sink deep into, every time you come back to Vira 2, go a little deeper into that pelvis. Gorgeous. Straighten that front leg and triangle pose. Nice, Angela. Beautiful, Anne. Nice, Janet. Now, what about the back bend? Do it gentle. We just started, but what happens if you take this more into a cobra pose, right, where the chest opens but the navel stays in? Nice, Mia. Nice opening, Susan. Yep. Great, Michelle. Touch down, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Come on down to those knees. Sit back on your heels if you can. Close your eyes and breathe, fingertips to the floor. Keep your shoulders back. Breathe as fully as you can, as deeply as you can. Remember why you came here. Good. Inhale, come back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Good. Turn your palms forward. Lift your chest. Draw your rib cage in. You guys look so beautiful. Start to work it into some sort of a back bend. Beautiful. Inner thighs back, 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 back. Great, Susie. And straighten that front leg. Take it into triangle pose. I think triangle might, and I know I probably change this every time I say it, but I love triangle pose. There's so much happening here. You need the power of those legs, the power of your back heel. As you push through your back heel, come back up to Vira 2. Inhale your arms to the sky. Take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the back of your mat. So graceful, so sweetly. Good, straighten the front leg. Reach into triangle, use breath. Good, you guys. Inhale back to Vera 2. Arms overhead. Inhale, bend that front knee. Interlace your palms, press up. Just that awareness of how we are being separated and how we choose to be separated. Going back to what really matters, straighten that front leg, reach back, triangle, and then this time take it into the deepest back bend that you can find in this moment, right? So it might not be the deepest back bend that you would take at the end of class, but for right now, what does that back bend in triangle pose look like? In triangle pose. That's it. Get that hand down on your ankle. You got it. Nice, Susan. My two Susans here. Good. And downward facing dog. Gorgeous, Ellen. Come forward to plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra and feel that fullness. Maybe come on down to your forehead for a minute. Take your hands to the edges of your mat, but keep them in line with your rib cage. Come on to fingertips. And then lift those shoulders and then come on up into cobra and let yourself just turn right and left. It's like an intoxicated cobra. So the hips move and the shoulders move and the neck. That's it. The neck move. Nice. Gorgeous, Patrice. Nice, Michelle. And downward facing dog. Nice, Joy. Beautiful. And stepping the right foot forward. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2. The warrior who sees what's in front of them, right? Warrior 1 is that idea that there's something in front of me that I'm being asked to look at. And that in front of me is me, right? And warrior 2 is now I'm going to take action. So right forearm onto right thigh, left arm over the ear, or right hand down to the floor. Good. Now that upper arm, bring that hand behind your head and press your head back, 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 back. Now as the chest opens, draw the rib cage in and try to take that back bend here. Back bend here, rib cage in, inner thighs back, sit bones back and wide. Now shoot that upper arm over your ear, go, go, go. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice, Lisa. Good. Forward to plank. And then with just such ease and sweetness, lower down all the way to your belly. Take your hands to the edges of your mat. Come onto fingertips. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Press out through those legs. Come on up. Turn left and right. Move your head. Get that neck to roll. That's it, Kristen. Nice job. And back you go, downward facing dog. Nice, Lisa. I love Lisa. Whatever I ask you to do, you do it 100,000,000%. Left foot comes forward, Vera 2. So the inner right thigh, right? That's your back thigh. Really feel that sense of drawing it back. So you're using that back leg so sweetly, right? It's not just that you're dropping into your front knee. With the back leg anchored, draw your left forearm onto your left thigh. Take your right arm over your ear. Tracy, that looks great. So nice and deep into that thigh. And then your upper hand, over, your right hand behind your head. Push back. Open up. Open up. Open up. Good. So you have that back bend happening, but now push through those legs. Groins back and wide. You guys got it. Breathe deeply. Breathe, breathe. Nice, Eileen. And downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Take it through a vinyasa of your choice. Actually, don't. Listen here. Come forward to plank. Lower down to your belly. And then I want you to come up. You can bring your hands back by your rib cage like you usually do for Bhujangasana Cobra. I want you to inhale, lift up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, bring your left cheek down to the mat. Inhale, lift up into Cobra. Exhale, your right cheek down onto the mat. Yeah. You can even close your eyes if you want to. Do this a couple of times. Maybe you come up higher, maybe you don't. Like, that doesn't matter to me. But just get that neck to stretch. Good. Next time you come down to your forehead, clasp your hands behind you. Take the shoulder blades deep onto the back. Lift your shoulders up, lift your legs up, lift your head up. Fly, my friends. Drop the legs, drop the hands, press back into child's pose. The whole idea to grow in this container. You know, we are the voice of nature. And to grow in this container of this body means that there's going to be woundedness and brokenness, for sure. That's the way we grow. So maybe just keep track of your words, where we're pointing fingers, who's right, who's wrong, who's bad, who's good. And let's physical distance, not social distance. Come on up to your hands and knees. Slide your right arm out to the right. Thread it underneath your left, threading the needle. Anything you'd like to do with that left arm, anything you'd like to do with that left leg, maybe step it out to the left or take it behind you. That was nice, Nancy. Nice and high. Great, Kathy. Please get that squeeze behind your heart. A deep squeeze. Gentle remembrance. What are we doing here, folks? Good, come on up and try the other side. Nice, Angela. Take the exhales a little bit longer, please. Move into ancient wisdom. Move into your deepest wisdom. Nice, you guys. Really nice. Rib cage lifted. Come on up. Nice, Susan. Downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot in just enough so both legs go straight. And then take a moment to move between bending your front knee, maybe lifting your back heel and lowering your back heel, straightening your front leg, maybe coming up to your front heel. And just notice that little rocking motion for a moment for your nervous system. Your breath inhaling and your breath exhaling. Nice. Maybe bending both knees at the same time. I don't know. And then you come into that steady, quiet space. Steady wisdom. The body is so wise. Nature is so wise. You and I are so wise. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Three-eyed one, the one who can see inside and outside all at once, who can see the beauty of the cosmos and the beauty of the physical presence in front of me all at the same time. Good. Okay, switch legs, please. And again, find that just rocking this mind. Your body will go with you, but just rock forward and back, bend, lift. Great, Michelle. Find that place that you're just feeling the whole self coming into this hamstring stretch. And maybe as you rock, you feel that, oh, if I put just a little bit more weight into my front foot and then feel the fullness of my back foot, I'll get the whole body to engage. And then find that stillness. Nice, everybody. Trust in this stillness. When you blend your breath with your body and your mind, that is called yoga. And you let your mind stay right here with your breath right now. That is steady wisdom. Good. Step to the front of your mat. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. You've been upside down for a little while, so enjoy the uprightness. Maybe drop your arms and just feel. Good, so you're standing up right now. Great. Okay, and then hug your left knee into your chest. Wrap your left knee on top of your right knee, Garudasana, and right elbow on top of your left elbow. Send your butt way back. You can always put your left foot on top of a block. Great. Sink deep, breathe deep. Great vision of the eagle. And come on up. Try the other side when you're ready. You know, the sages and the saints, they knew that we would need to come back to nature for her wisdom. And so the eagle vision, the vision of the eagle is to see far beyond what is right here, right now, far beyond what's going to happen at the end of the year, far beyond. Let your vision get wider, let your breath get deeper. Nice, Kristen. So beautifully pulled in. Wherever you're at, you guys, is gorgeous. Breathe there. And come on up. All right, let's see if I could talk you through this, because this is one of those things that usually I would show you, but some of you have done this with me before. So it's not Trikonasana, but a little bit differently. So bend your right knee into your chest. Bring your right knee into your chest. Let me see if I can do this. And then let your right knee come slightly out to the right, keep the knee bent, and have the right foot slightly turn up toward the ceiling. Okay, now bend your left knee. Bend your left knee. Good. Now take your right hand to the sky. Is that the right knee? Left hand to the sky, Jnana Mudra, palm facing up. And right hand, Jnana Mudra, thumb and first finger touching at your navel, palm facing up. Now sit lower. Let that standing leg bend. Just don't touch the ankle there. Have it free flowing. Yeah, good. And the other one on top of the head. Yeah. Keep the navel in. You're sitting back into that sense of chair, almost like you're in the dance, right? This is the dancer pose. This is the dance of this moment. It's just a snapshot of your life, of your dance of your life. It's a snapshot, you guys. It's a picture taken right now, and this is what you think your life is. Good. Come on up. Release. Ooh, I got some noise on my end. All right, let's try the other side. Bend your left knee into your chest. Good, Sharon. Then turn your left knee slightly out to the left, and then let your foot turn in just a little bit. It stays flexed, but it's kind of coming in slightly. Good. Bend your standing leg. Take your right hand to the sky, turn your palm face up, Jnana Mudra. Your left hand, Jnana Mudra, pointing upward as well at your navel. Make sure that bent knee really allows you to get deep into that groins moving back. That moment that you're dancing, that moment that you're in this beautiful movement. And come on up. Good, you guys. All right, take your arms overhead, hold opposite elbows overhead, lift your chin, squeeze the elbows wide, navel in. And then drop the elbows to the side, cactus arms. With the elbows, draw slightly forward, lift your chest, draw your navel in, take it into a slight back bend. Let your butt kind of come slightly back, a little bit, not really chair, but let your butt go back a little bit, little bit, little bit. Good, clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. Exhale, 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 exhale. Arms up and over any amount. Watch those shins, don't let them lock back. Take your left hand to your outer right shin, left hand, outer right shin. Take your right arm to the sky, twist. Don't twist your hips. Beautiful, Audrey. Keep pushing the tops of those thighs back, hollow that low belly, sit bones back and wide. Change to the other side. For most of us, that top shoulder can come slightly closer to your ear. Squeeze that shin as you widen the inner knees. Touch down, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Lower down to your knees, press back, child's pose. I've talked to you guys about mugwort before. It's outside everywhere. This is an amazing herb because it's flowering now. And as she's flowering, she is the most helpful in vision, being a visionary. She helps to untame you, helps you to come into your own. She helps your respiratory system. But she's great to help nervous system, all of that bone, skin. But she's also a visionary. So if you take a walk, you know, I would look it up on, you can look it up on the internet. Maybe I'll bring one in next time I'm teaching. I'll show you what she looks like. You just dry her. She's all over the place. Dry her and drink her as a tea. Helps that vision of what's to come. Gives us greater vision of why this is happening and what's happening, and not to be the victim. Not that I think you are. Good, you guys. Okay, take your arms in front of you if they're alongside of you. Lift your butt up just a little bit. Walk your hands forward. Lift your elbows up. Good. Rib cage has to stay in, right? Navel has to stay in. Keep a little rounding in your back. Now walk forward a little bit more. Armpits up, chest coming to the floor, rib cage lifted. Walk a little bit more. Armpits up, chest touching the floor almost, if not already. Rib cage up. One more time, a little bit more forward, chest to the floor, armpits up. Come on to your hands and knees. A little farther. Come on to your hands and knees and thread the needle. Take your right arm out to the right, thread it underneath your left. Back to threading the needle. Get into those shoulders, you guys. Get in. Squeeze the back of the heart. Wake it up, wake it up, wake it up. You are being called to look here, listen here. I have something to tell you. Look here, listen here. I have something to tell you. No, put your hand on your heart. I have something to tell you. Good, come on up, change sides. Just drink mugwort tea all day long and sage yourself. That's it. That's all you got to do. Be in good company. Love your family. Jen stopped in this morning for a minute. I don't get to see her often. She stepped in this morning and she said, just love your family. I'm like, yeah, let's just do that. Good. Beautiful. Come on up. So what would happen here, which arm we did, right arm first, what would happen if you, instead of sliding your right arm underneath your left and just sliding it right under, what if you slid it more toward your left knee? Try that. So slide it back a little bit more. See if that gives you a bit of a different angle in opening the shoulder. So Susan H., I feel like you need to come up onto your hands and knees more. Yeah, and then try it. So I think it's just going to give you a little longer of a, yeah. And if you disagree, you can go back to the other one. But see if you can get that shoulder closer to the floor. Oh. Good, come on up and then switch sides. Try to slide that opposite hand to the opposite knee. And you're breathing. Good, and come all the way up. Now come back into child's pose. Clasp your hands behind your back and take your arms up and over any amount, rolling up onto the crown of your head. And I just read the last part of what you wrote to me. Thank you so much. I just read that. Thank you. Gorgeous, you guys. Come on up. All right. Now I want you, let's see, how do I want you to do this? Lay on your belly. What? Lay on your belly. Take your right arm out to the right. Actually, you could bring both arms out. Both arms out. And then you're going to roll over onto your right side. So it's going to stretch that. You're going to roll over onto your right side, stretching that right shoulder. Now, your top leg might step forward for your balance, or your left fingertips might be on the mat for balance. Maybe behind you, great, Angela. Maybe the top foot can go behind you for balance if you need it. But the idea here is you're stretching that left. So you're on your, let me see, does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. You're trying to stretch that left shoulder. Sorry, your right shoulder. Good. And come on back onto your belly. Nice, you guys. And try the other side. That's it, Joy. Nice. Great, Ronnie. Tracy, yeah, find where you need to find that balance. And keep breathing. Good, you guys. And come on up, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your right foot forward, open to Virabhadrasana 2. So if you have a block, put it on the right side of your right foot, baby toe side. Then I want you to work into triangle pose, but I want you to put your right hand on that block and maybe even move the block slightly more to the right the more you open up into that back bend. Straighten that front leg. Push into the big toe mound. And then see what it looks like. Maybe that block has to be on its highest. Maybe you're not even using a block, but your hand is slid up onto your shin or maybe up to your knee because you're like, man, to open up into that back bend, I have got to get some space here. That's it. Keep squeezing your legs together. Nice. Yes, Lisa. Yes. Nice. And Tracy. Good, Sharon. Downward facing dog. Gorgeous, you guys. Take it through vinyasa if you'd like, or none. Left foot comes forward, Vira 2 when you're ready. Good, and so here we go. The block moved to the other side, yes? And we're gonna take it into triangle pose. And we're gonna see what it would look like. So it's an awkward back bend, right? Because those legs, we've got that side thing going on. So how do we open those shoulders? How do we open up and squeeze those legs? Power the big toe mound pressing. Get the space along the side body. Lengthen my neck. Don't give up anything. Nice, Angela, you got it. Good, Ellen, Janet, you guys look awesome. Nancy, Audrey, Susan, Michelle. All right, downward facing dog. Yes, Angela, that was so pretty. Nice, Patrice, Lisa, all of you. I just can't say your names fast enough. Forward to plank, lower down to your belly, turn your cheek to the side. The other herb, I was with my teacher yesterday. I spent a couple of hours with her yesterday, just one-on-one, having a sweet reconnection, and my Green Witch teacher, Robin Rose Bennett. And she also was talking, we talked about some of the other things that are very helpful during this time. And the other is plantain, which is all over the frickin' place, you guys. Plantain is everywhere. I think I told you I've been going to my neighbor's yard and picking it because unfortunately it's not in my yard. And if you choose to do that, make sure you let your neighbor know what you're doing. But look up what plantain looks like too, because it's a really helpful weed when you feel like you've been jaded. And I feel like we've all been a little bit pushed in a place that we just haven't really been told the truth about a lot of things. So anyway, not going into that, but plantain would be really helpful. Dry it, make a tea out of it. Thanks, Lisa. Good, reach back for those ankles. So I want you to think of this as a shoulder stretch. What does that mean? When you push your ankles back, use it to lift your shoulders up. Nice, Patrice. Pull those feet back. But here's a trick, you guys. Keep that navel in. Keep your belly button in. And then push your feet back as far as you can to lift your chest up. Maybe even try to rock back on those thighs. That's it, Susie. Look at you guys. Nice, Michelle. Mia, good, Kathy. Ellen, excellent. And release, nice, Ronnie. Downward facing dog. I love you guys that have your face right at me because, I don't know, I think it was Josh. Somebody was making fun of me that my face is right against the computer, just staring at you guys. So I love when your face is doing the same thing back to me. Okay, here we go. Right leg backing up behind you, down dog split. And then send the right knee forward for pigeon. Good. Stay upright. Let me see. So if you need to come onto your back, feel free to do that for sure. Right ankle on top of left knee. If you're facing where your belly, or you're facing up, right, you haven't come onto your back, I want you to swing your right hand back to hold your left ankle. Right hand back, left ankle. And I want it to be a shoulder stretch. So I want you to use your foot to kick back into your hand. Squeeze your knees toward each other, you guys. Squeeze your knees in. Good. Elisa, really get that shoulder up and back. There you go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Navel in. Good. Nice. Nancy, Nancy. Good. And then slowly release that. Come forward onto your forehead. If you're on your back, stay there, pushing your right knee away from your chest any amount. Everything in nature is inspiring to help us. We are the voice of nature. So let us connect, not separate. Let us see our interconnectedness. I'm willing very much to say you're right and I'm right. Beautiful, you guys. If you would like to thread the needle, those of you who are doing pigeon with your bellies facing the wall, you could do, a little threading the needle here. Good, right arm threads underneath the left. Just as interest, or stay right where you are. The other thing that's a fun little twist here is actually twisting toward your right, doing a little prayer twist to your right. So those are two suggestions on how to keep working in those shoulders. Take the elbows up, okay. And downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. If you're on your back and you know you stay on your back for pigeon, second side, feel free to stay there. And then as you're ready, those of you in down dog, left leg back and up behind you, sending your left knee forward, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, pigeon. Stay upright, taking your left hand back to hold, is that true? Your left hand back to hold your right ankle. Keep the knee on the floor, the back knee on the floor. Good. Open up that shoulder, squeeze those knees toward each other. Beautiful. And then gently release that back leg and come forward onto your forehead. Those of you on your back, see what it feels like to widen those sit bones here. Scoop the low belly, widen the sit bones. You're in a hip opener, so that'll do you well. Breathe deeply. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. We either connect to what is passing and fleeting, or what is that constant cosmic consciousness. Chitta and chitta, mind stuff and universal consciousness. Good. If you want to come up and do that threading of the needle with the arm, or try the prayer twist. If you're prayer twisting, you're twisting toward the left. If you're sliding the arm, you could do either side. I mean, feel which side feels the most opening for you. Nice. Great, Susan. You guys got it. Nice, Kristen. Good. And come on up. Good. Kristen, stay where you are. I'm going to have, I think, Ellen, stay where you are too. Come on up, you guys, from pigeon. You can just slide your legs out in front of you and then lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby pose. You can go side to side here if you'd like. Good, and then plant both feet on the floor. Drop your elbows alongside your rib cage, palms facing each other. Lift your chest up. So have your chest already lift, your shoulders root down, your head push down gently into the floor. Begin to, before you even lift your hips or your butt up, get that sense that your chest is lifting and your ribs are reaching to the floor. Your chest is lifting. And then do a couple of pelvic tilts. So your hip bones move towards your knees and then towards your belly and your knees. Good, Angela, towards your belly. Yeah, just little pelvic tilts. Your butt's still on the floor though. Your butt's on the floor. You're just moving super subtle, super simple. And then the next time that your hip points move closer towards your knees, you have that sense of ribs down to the floor, and go ahead and lift your hips up off the floor. Maybe you clasp your hands behind your back. Lift that chin up. Chin up. There you go. Good, now lower your hips back down. Take your arms out from underneath you. Stretch your legs to straight. Have your feet flexed, so push your heels into the floor, push your thighs down into the floor, arms alongside the body, and then let your chest lift you into fish pose. Don't come up onto your elbows. Let your chest start to lift up so much that you slide onto the crown of your head. You can push down through your shoulders, but usually we lift up and just put the head there. See if you can slide up into it. Notice how our words create. Good, and then slide back down out of fish. I'm gonna give you the option here of inverting. So if you wanna take your legs to the sky, if you wanna take shoulder stand, if you wanna come up and take headstand, handstand, you're welcome to do any inversion, or if you feel cooked, just bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop wide. Dark and light coexisting. How is that possible? Keep the rib cage drawn in, navel in, no matter if you're doing headstand, shoulder stand, or your legs are up. Nice, everybody. Keep breathing, please. Take one more minute here. If that seems ridiculous, you're welcome to come down from the inversion sooner. As you feel ready, begin your journey down from shoulder stand or headstand or legs up, drawing your knees into your chest. If you're in headstand, come on down into child's pose. Good. And then go ahead, if you're lying on your back, hug your knees and roll up to sit. If you're child's pose, come on up to sit. We're going to do 2 breaths for the immune system. So thumb and first finger come to touch, Jnana Mudra, place them on your knees. And then you open up your mouth, you stick out your tongue, and you do breath of fire. Keep going. Stick that tongue way out. Pump that navel center. Powerful for immune building. Keep going. Keep going. Elderberry, goldenrod, wonderful things to have during this season. So many of us are sneezing a little bit more. Immune building, good. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Then thumb and ring finger come to touch, and our elbows come in alongside the body. And this one is mouth closed, breath of fire. Exhale, inhale. And release the hands down. Come for just a moment into silent meditation. You can stay here or come to lie on your back. You come down to lie on your back, maybe take a spinal twist, right knee in, then left knee in. When you come into your Shavasana, make sure you're warm. Ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your body begin to stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying down, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, and come on up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Om. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Thank you guys so much. Beautiful job, everybody. I hope you have a gorgeous day. Make it beautiful.